Good morning, Gogglefrogs.
Good morning, Gogglefrogs.
And how are you today? Well, I hope. Go on.
So sorry, go on.
No. I was just saying to the Gogglefroggers, how are you today? Hope you're really, really, really well. Hope you had a lovely weekend and are ready for another week of lockdown and everything else and all things woolly. And I hope you've got a nice cuppa with you. Have you got a cuppa, Robert?
No, because I'm all teed out already this morning, so I've got a soft drink.
Okay, I hope you've got some Lipton. I brought mine down somewhere, but I don't know where I've left it. I'll have to find it in a minute. And sit back and relax. And the next hour is all about you chilling, relaxing, and doing some of what we absolutely love, which is knitting, crochet, or whatever you want. So anyway, how are you today, Robert?
I'm okay. I'm very tired. I've worked the weekend. And I'm late today, and was up earlier than I would like to have been this morning.
Oh,
but no, I'm all right, thank you.
Good. I'm glad that you're okay. So I know that Robert's been having a really, 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 really busy weekend. So yeah. So have we got music for today?
We do. Shall we say good mornings and catch up on chat?
I was just about to say, here is Robert. He's absolutely shattered. He's been up, but he's still done the music for us today. So we've got wonderful music at some point. So let's say some good mornings.
I did struggle a little bit because I wanted something to kind of blow away the Monday morning cobwebs.
Yeah.
But then couldn't really find anything. So I've put something on which I think represents kind of the weather outside at the moment.
Okay, I will be 1 minute. I will be back in a minute.
No worries. Right, we'll wait for Angela to say the good mornings, but I'll catch up on the chat instead. So Brigitte says, good morning, peeps. It's 1:52. I know. Deborah says, morning all. Tricia says, morning, frogs and froglets. Oh, that's lovely. Judy says, hello, everyone. Tricia says, what a week it was last week. Indeed. I have a feeling we'll talk more about that when Angela comes back. Brigitte says, I have tea in my Gogglefrogs posh mug. Oh. Jackie says, morning all. Yes, I am working. I've got to go to work in a minute as well, but I bet you finish before I do. Tracy says, good morning. And Safia says, good morning all. So as Angela said, we hope you had a lovely weekend and you managed to get some of your beautiful crafting done. Do post in the Facebook group what you've been up to. And we'll show that a little later on. Right, all I've done, Angela, is catch up on chat. So let's go through and say some good mornings.
Yeah.
And we'll start with Trisha. Good morning, Trisha.
Morning.
We have Tracy. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning.
We have Safi. Good morning, Safi.
Morning.
We have Marion. Good morning, Marion.
What, can you hear noise?
Lots of noise. We have Linda. Good morning, Linda. We have Judy. Good morning, Judy. We have Janice. Good morning, Janice. We have Jackie. Good morning, Jackie. We have Deborah. Good morning, Deborah. We have Jean. Good morning, Jean. And we have Brigitte. Good morning, Brigitte. And Deborah says, at Brigitte, me too. I think that's tea in the posh mug. And Linda says, good morning, everybody.
Good morning. So sorry, there's work going on in the house and there's work going on outside in next door. So whenever I hear noise, I'm just going to have to press mute. But hey ho, just one of those things. So we're on purple now, look.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So some of you will love that, on purple. Yeah. And I've got a little bit left. So I've just got, I'll do the pink and the orange, and then when I get to the yellow, or which it might be yellow first, that's when I'll have to start casting off because I need one colour for the pom-poms. So that'll be nice. So a nice Monday morning. knit, and then who knows what we'll be up to for the rest of the day. I'm just going to refresh my Facebook now. So that I'm all primed and ready for later, because you've got to go to work. So I'll do the Facebook in a little while. So yeah, Mama Cass. I was trying to remember her name, Mums and the Papas, but it was Mama Cass, wasn't it? Yeah, I think she died quite young, didn't she? Mama Cass, but fabulous. Yeah, I'm very happy at the moment.
Yes.
Oh, so I think other people really enjoyed that as well.
I'm glad they did. I'm not quite sure I'd like to be in California at the moment, but there we go. Although if it's warmer than here, that might be quite nice.
I was actually thinking, how did the men's hair get so like silky soft? What an amazing sheen on their hairstyle. So I've got no idea what they used, but it looked absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I don't think hair nowadays shines like that. So maybe it's something to do with what they used to put on. So do let us know if you know what people put on their hair, because I want to try shiny hair like that. So I don't know where we got to with the you've done all the good mornings.
Yeah, let me catch up. So Brigitte says, love that song. Deborah says, I'm due for a major sort out in the craft room today. Wish me luck.
Oh,
good luck.
Good luck.
Do take pictures. Take pictures of it at its worst and take pictures of it at its best and post them in the Facebook group for us to see it. So I don't know if you remember, but a few years ago I pulled all my stash out, didn't I, and put it all across my double bed and took a picture of it. Yeah, mortified. Brigitte says, what about the chaps' hairstyles? Jackie says, love this song.
Absolutely fantastic hairstyles.
Brigitte says, I would love to be able to belt out songs like Mama Cass.
Yeah, I know.
Helen has joined. Good morning, Helen. And she says, wonderful, love Mama Cass, very seasonal. Deborah says, I love this song, brings back memories. I had recently met my now husband. Oops, just popped off. We were at Teacher Training College. It was the summer holidays and I was in hospital after a severe asthma attack. He sent me a tape and this was the first song.
Oh wow.
How sweet.
It's lovely. Oh, I love that song. I'll always remember that now whenever I listen to this.
Georgie says, good morning. Good morning, Georgie.
Morning.
Tricia says, Deborah, that is lovely. Deborah says, Robert, I might be too embarrassed. Now, just remember, Gogglefrogs is a safe space. And what we say in Gogglefrogs stays in Gogglefrogs and on the replay and on Facebook and on YouTube. Very safe space. So please do share. I'd take a picture of my craft room, but it's more of an office at the moment than a craft room. In fact, I might do that in a minute. I might pick up the laptop and just show you what Gogglefrogs HQ looks like. Or HQ2 as it is. And then Linda says, very apt. Mama Cass had a beautiful voice. Such a shame she died so young.
Yeah, it was so sad. So sad. Fabulous voice. It was interesting because hubby came in while that was on. And as soon as the monkeys said no Mums and the Papas, I was quite pleased that I knew who it was. For once. So we've had some of my favourite songs of all time, and I never know that they're coming up. So I absolutely love that one, Mums and the Papas. And I loved the one by the Monkeys the other day. It was Daydream Believer, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. That was Saturday, wasn't it? Before we went, before we did our Instagram.
Do you know what? I've just thought, have we ever had any Neil Diamond?
Oh,
a little bit of Rebel in Blue Jeans or something like that. Because he did some total tunes, didn't he? It's getting put in the book, so you know at some point we're going to have a little bit of Neil Diamond now.
Yeah. So I've got quite a good one for Saturday.
Oh, have you?
I have, and I've got something very interesting for Wednesday.
Oh.
If Rebecca's on.
Oh.
And yes, now you've given me some food for thought. So, but I have this album. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. So I have this album there. Can you see that?
Yes.
So that's all the songs that are in the album at the moment, but I've forgotten which ones of them I have actually already played. So some of them I know I haven't played, like Whiter Shade of Pale and Cotton Eye Joe and Righteous Brothers, but then some of them I think I've done already. So like Rock Around the Clock, Twist and Shout. So I need to have a bit of a look back through and see what we have played, what we haven't played, and then start downloading some more.
Oh.
So
Well, I'm sure. Can I just say, my husband reminded me of something that we need to play in the run up to Christmas when everybody starts to get a little bit stressed, and it will cheer everybody up. So I will forward this to you, and then we will definitely play it on the run up to Christmas because it's absolutely hilarious. All I will say is make sure that you're not holding a drink. Make sure that if you've got mascara on, you're happy for it to like go down your face because you will be laughing so much at it. Honestly.
It's a Wednesday night one, is it?
Do you know what? Yeah, let's do that on a Wednesday night. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that on a Wednesday night, but it is really, really funny. And I think hubby might even watch it as well. Don't say what it is. Sorry, just walk past. Robert says, and Robert and every Gogglefrog say hello, Alan. Good morning. Yeah.
So Tracy says, love Cotton Eye Joe, might have to dance about to that one.
I have no idea what Cotton Eye Joe is.
Have you not?
I've got no idea. Oh no, okay. That's not that married long time ago one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I heard that.
Tracy's just posted something, which I think. Have you seen the John Lewis advert, Talking of Tears? It can't be the Christmas advert because we haven't gone live with that yet. I don't think.
Maybe they have. Maybe someone pressed the button too early.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. That would. Deborah says, "Okay, we'll do then." Having to sort out as my granddaughter was sleeping in there at the weekend, she managed to upset some of the bags of wool. Hubby went in and was shocked. He said, "Deb, you have a problem. I have to agree it needs sorting. It will be a big task, but we'll please when it's done." Deborah, you do not have a problem. Deborah, you are part of a lovely community that appreciate your stash and will defend you to the hilt to anybody who says you have a problem. Because trust me, there's always somebody out there with a bigger stash than yours.
And to be honest,
every time he mentions it.
I can't believe how quickly Deborah and some of our other people knit things. So your stash is never big enough because you constantly get
George says good morning, Alan. Linda says good morning, Alan. Janice says I used to line dance to Cotton Eye Joe, but very badly. There's a song in there that I'm going to potentially line dance to if I can ever get the floor space back in this room, or I can do it downstairs. Jackie says there is an Amazon one which brings you to tears. Okay. Tracy says it was on Facebook today. I think it was about John Lewis, about a dog. Won't spoil anything. I'm going to have to look now. Deborah says, Brigitte says that Deborah's stash is never a problem. I revel in mine.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm on pink.
Oh, wow.
Just 2 colours left and then it's done. That'll be enough for a little girl, won't it? She's only 5. She's tiny. So, it's very slender. She'll be fine with this. Now, something I wanted to just share with you.
Angela, I'm just going to go on mute for a second, so I'm going to leave you talking. Is that all right?
Of course it is. So something that we did at a couple of weeks ago was say that we were looking at some British breeds for different types of wool. And we haven't got the full list available to you yet, but I thought I'd give you a sneak preview of some of the British breeds that we are able to source. We haven't got any wool at the moment, and this is very much in the bespoke area. So if you want something made out of a particular type of wool, then we'd be able to have a look at it. But I am going to share my screen and show you one of them that we're going to be able to get this wool. So let me show you, because I think it's absolutely fabulous. So here we are. Here is one of them that we are going to be able to bring you. So it's called the Dorset Horn, and it's got these curly horns. Looks absolutely beautiful. So these are, and I just love, oh no, yeah. So as you can see there, the beautiful faces that they have, the horns, the Dorset Horn. Let's go on to Wikipedia and find a little bit more about the Dorset Horn. So it's actually an endangered British breed of domestic sheep, documented from the 17th century, and is highly prolific. So this is really exciting, sometimes producing 2 lambing seasons per year. And among the British sheep, it's the only breed capable of breeding throughout the winter. So absolutely amazing. This is the Dorset Horn. Of course, it originated in Dorset, and it's like the extinct pink-nosed Somerset, to which it's related. It's probably derived from the crossbreeding of the Merinos imported from Spain, with local tan-faced sheep similar to the modern Portland. So unlike many British lowland sheep, Dorset sheep were not influenced by crossbreeding with the Leicester or South Down breeds, which were much used for this purpose in the latter 18th century and the early 19th centuries. A breeder society, the Dorset Horn Sheep Breeders Association, was set up in 1891, and the first flock book was published the following year. So it's exported to many, many countries, where the first arrivals in the 1860s, where substantial numbers were imported from about 1880. The Dorset Horn reached Australia in 1895 and New Zealand in 1897. So I just love this. Look at these pictures. So this is the Dorset Horn. Look at that one with those curly ones. So I just wanted to show you one of them, and maybe we'll show you one of them per day. But if you're somebody who loves these British breeds, as I said, we haven't got any at the moment. We are still in very, very, very early stages, but this is one of them that we will be able to bring to you. And whether it's a bespoke or maybe we will do an odd one now and again. Yeah, we just love them. Absolutely love them. So look at all of these pictures. Just look at that one. Bless it. So the Dorset Horn, absolutely incredible. And they've just got such a beautiful, cute little face as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Deborah says she was brought up in Dorset, so that's lovely. And we've sorted out the John Lewis ad. It was the alternative John Lewis advert.
Yeah, so there's two of them. And all I'm going to say is it's great to have free publicity.
It is. But in terms of sheep, I think it was Trisha who actually said to us, oh, what about the British breeds? So that's where we got in touch with our hand dyer. And so we've been able to source these. So hopefully we will have some. Linda says, do you know what the wool is like? I have not got my hands on any yet. So we've, you know us, if we have an idea, we go off, we'll do it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try some of it. To be honest, very, very, very few people do anything with British braids. And one of the reasons is because the ply is so short in most British wool. That's why they don't use it, because people prefer the lovely, luxurious, soft wool. So that's why merino is used extensively. And it's combined with things like silk, why camel's used as well, because that works really well. But a lot of the British breeds aren't. So yeah, we're going to sample some of them, and we'll let you know what they're like. So we might try and get hold of some, but it's if you can imagine, there are minimum order quantities with all of this. Yeah. so that's why I'm really excited to try and look at some of this, and I know that I bought some actually from the local yarn shop, and they were two wools made in Eggington, and one was in brown and one was a creamy colour, you know, a natural colour. And whilst they were really quite scratchy in the ball, when I made them into little mittens, they were lovely. And like people have said, as soon as your body temperature heats up the wool, all of those little sticky out bits suddenly stop scratching. So it was lovely. Really, really liked the local stuff that's from within 5 miles of where I live. So of course I was going to buy some, and it was lovely. But it's going to be really interesting to see how these different ones feel. So I think we're going to have a lot of help. Help and advice from our people. So yeah, so Linda, all I can say is I don't know yet, but I will get my hands on some of this stuff. But because there's so many different ones, that's why we're going to try and source it and see what they're best for. You know, jumpers, I don't know what they're going to be like with jumpers, but I'm sure in the good old days, ganzis were made out of whatever was local. I'm sure they didn't go to the local yarn shop. They actually spun their own from local flocks, etc. So we'll try some of it. It's really down to you guys. If it's something that you want, if it's something that you would like, then we will have a look around and we'll certainly try it. Louise, good to see you. So you're working in the background. Great to have you with us. Hello. Trisha says you need to get hold of Clara Park's Book of Wool. I think we might have to. Thank you very much. That's going down on the list, on the got to do list. Clara Park's. It's really weird though, isn't it, with wool? I know I love Blueface Leicester, and Robert hated Blueface Leicester. Absolutely hated it. And when I said, oh, let's get some of this and it's my favorite, it was just like, I don't like it. But I was so adamant that I wanted it, and when we actually got it, Robert loved it, really loved the feel of it. So sometimes how it's spun, yeah, so
it might also come down to what they use for colouring as well.
Yeah,
that doesn't make it feel very nice.
Yeah, it is. Now Judy said feely frogs. That's a challenge. Oh, feely. Yeah, that will be. So it's about, we'll have to get our hands on this stuff and see. I mean, all wool is for a purpose, isn't it? So you can use it everywhere, including in insulation in the house. But we'll see, because I'm sure there's something that it would be lovely for, even if it's for a bag. But I am determined to start using a little bit more rustic wool rather than only ever using the ones that are silky soft, because I think that's doing a little bit of an injustice, and we need to keep these breeds going, don't we? So that's why we thought, do you know what, that's a really, really good idea. So thank you, Trisha, for making the recommendation. And Trisha, you probably know a lot more about this than we do at the moment. So which one would you recommend of those unusual breeds? And have you ever had the Dorset horn wool in your hands? So let us know. what it feels like. And Minda says Sue Blacker did a very interesting workshop on British sheep at the convention last year. Ooh, that's interesting. We'll have to try and find out from her. Yeah, but let us know if you've worked with that Dorset horn before, because we'd like to get some of the stuff, but we will have to see what feels the best. And there's very few people who knit with it. Most, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring back some of these breeds and get them into our jumpers.
He did also say, and sorry if I missed this while I was on mute and looking at other stuff. He did also say that we can't have it in the normal 4-ply, didn't he? He said it would have to be double knit.
Yeah, it would have to be double knit or Aran. There's different ones that come in different grades, but certain ones that it's just impossible to do. So if you can imagine, you actually need quite long plies for the 4-ply. So yeah.
Could we say good morning to Marion, who's come in? Hi, Marion.
Hello, Marion.
And to the lovely Anne. Hi, Anne.
Oh, hello, Anne. Lovely to see you too. So Tricia says, Sarah says the mid-range garments and outerwear depends on fibre grade, and note that felting qualities are very low. Oh, so that's quite good. So you can wash and wash and wash. Perfect. Unless you want to make a bag when you purposely want to felt it. But no, we will have a look. So I've sort of fallen in love with the Dorset horns, and let's just show it one more time, in case anyone missed it. So this is something that we may be getting, and let's just have a look at those again. So this type of wool is the Dorset horn, and I just absolutely love that. Are they beautiful? So do have a look.
Trish has just said about the Romney. That was also on the list, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's another one. We will be showing you that another day. Don't you worry. I got for any of the long walls example Romney. And Wensleydale is there. We've probably all got Wensleydale in our stash, although probably not 100% Wensleydale. I don't know. We will see. So I love Wensleydale, but we're trying to discover some of these that are in danger of becoming extinct if we don't continue to use them. So do you want me to do Facebook?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just sat here quietly knitting.
Well,
I am still
out, you know. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, the first one. You'll absolutely love this one. Watch and wait to discover. This is amazing. This is Tracy's temperature blanket. She says,
wow.
It's so huge. Still 2 months to go. Labour of love, but it's full of memories. Oh, that is amazing.
Oh, beautiful.
Tracy, tell us, is that all stuff out of your stash? And how have you done your temperature blanket? Because people do them slightly differently, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's your own colours for hot days, overcast days. Is that how you've done it? So do let us know, because I'm always interested to know. Helen says, next project for a 9-year-old, Insatia or Swiss darning? I have no idea.
Oh, very nice. Love the colours.
Beautiful colours. They go so well together. They really do, Helen. I have no idea which one I would do, because I haven't actually done either. Have you done those, Robert?
I think...
Why did I say Insatia? Intarsia.
I think I've done the Swedish thing before.
Have you?
I think so. I think that was a workshop that I did at Sheringham.
Oh.
But I could be wrong.
Well, I don't know which I'd do. but either will be beautiful in that colour. So well done. Oh, an AC/DC. Ah, so it's going to have AC/DC on it, is it? That would be interesting, Helen. Can't wait to see that. And Trisha says, intrigued to know why sheep fleece varies in colour. A belted sheep in the midst of a field of brown. I have no idea.
Wow.
No idea. Because there is a certain type of cow, isn't there, that's belted, that's got the black middle, it's all white, or vice versa. I'm not too sure. I don't know. Another question that we have to find out. Oh, you guys will find the answer anyway. Sheep fleece. Right, I've made a note of that. So please, I know that you'll probably find out before we do, but that would be good to know. Let's have a quick look. Deborah says not match up Monday, but this is 1 year ago today since we were setting off to our Norwegian cruise. I badly wanted to buy a traditional Luskofte jacket, but they were so expensive, around £300. When we were in Tromsø, above the Arctic Circle, we went into a charity shop and I found this lovely example. The lady in the shop told us it was not second-hand, but knitted specially by an old lady who is in a care home and knits these to help the shop raise money for a good cause. Hand knitted and only £100. Serendipity. As you will see from close up, the knitting is beautifully even. Wow.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. How lovely. That lady does that. I think you not only got a bargain, but you got, oh, look at those little hearts everywhere. You got a piece of history there, Deborah. Absolutely. So actually, just looking at the front of that, I cannot believe that that's been done. Is that knitted on, or is that that will be embroidered on? Is it? I'm sort of, I don't know how they make it, but those beautiful red pieces, are they embroidered on or not?
I think they are.
Are they? Thank you. I just thought, how I could never try and do that. That is beautiful, absolutely stunning. So thank you, Claire. Yesterday had a post pop up on her Facebook feed for a Macmillan Cancer Support Cal. It had all the official logos and looked right both for Macmillan and for the charity run Knit Along. Just before I clicked on the sign up button, I thought, hang on, I'll check it out. I've looked and searched everywhere on the Macmillan website and cannot find any reference to the Cal anywhere. Perhaps just missed it, but I do wonder now where that sign. Yeah, so have a look. So it may be a Facebook closed group, but I know Tracy shared that, didn't she? So just check that out. Either way, if you are going to knit something, you could raise money for the charity. So have a look at it and check that out. This was from Linda. This was quite funny. It amused you, didn't it, Robert? And me. So the long tail cast on, take the number of stitches you want to cast on, multiply by 2.57, divide by your needle diameter in millimeters, add the current date, the dye lot number, and your blood pressure in millimeters of mercury. Light purple candles, yell, I will get it right this time, or so help me, at the top of your lungs. Start casting on, and it's still too short. So I love that. So thank you. All of these cast-ons I found so difficult. I really did, until Brigitte gave me this. Right, for every 50, all you do is that, and that gives you 50 and a few extra. So for every 50 you need to cast on, do that, and it works every time. But if you are working on anything other than double knit, you have to think you need. So if you're not on a 4mm and then you're going to go to a 6mm, then you'll need to do half again. a little bit more again. Okay, but that's the easiest one. So thank you ever so much, because I can't be bothered to work things out. Now Tracy posted this. I think this is absolutely magnificent. So this is in wing. Absolutely stunning what you've done. Can I ask, did you have this last year as well, that bike? I'm not too sure if you did, but it's absolutely amazing. So we're going to have to do something, I think, next year in our little village as well. I think that's up by the allotments, isn't it? Oh wow, that is actually a knitted crochet flag.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Absolutely amazing. Oh, look at them. Look at all of these. They are beautiful. Do let me know, is this part of all of the ladies that I've met who do lots of knitting and crochet? So do let me know. But that's beautiful. I'm going to have to go for a drive round. Oh,
I've still got the poppies from the 100 years that we did in the library.
oh, have you?
Yeah, they're all up in the loft.
Oh, wow. Maybe we'll have to have a look at doing something next year. A Gogglefrogs thing somewhere. Georgie said this: I wish crocheting burned more calories. I'd be one skinny hooker. For anyone who doesn't know, hooking is crochet. So that's what it is. So that's quite funny. Sorry, hubby walked past as I said that. Georgie says, has also posted this one. Now, this is beautiful. I could be wrong, but that looks like a lace weight or a 4-ply. Yeah. So probably not right for me. But Diana knits again, do some incredible patterns. I'm going to have to check out a little bit more about Diana knits, because I can't believe that somebody actually creates all of these so quickly. So I'm sure there must be a lot of them working together to create these, because they are so stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Robert did put the interview there live for you in the show, so you can watch that anytime. Judy has posted these socks as well, 2 needle socks. Socks are an easy knit, but do need sewing up. Hand spun yarn, but the pattern uses DK, so they are lovely. Thank you so much for that.
Very nice.
I love like the random striping on them. It's just beautiful. Love that. And then this was Jackie's from the other day, which is stunning. And I think I've done, oh, yeah. Oh, no, this was from Trisha. I actually read this. Have you read this yet, Robert?
I wanted to read it and opened it up as I got distracted by something or somebody else and haven't gone back to it.
Oh, that's okay. It's amazing. So Yorkshire sheep breeders, no slaughter flock of rare breed sheep have inspired a yarn enterprise. So we'll leave you to read that, but absolutely incredible. So thank you for sharing that as well, Trisha. I loved that. And Anne says that she's about 45 minutes drive from her. So that's lovely. Linda says she's sewing in the ends today, front and back finished, so we can't wait to see that finished item. So well done. We saw this the other day, didn't we? Did we? Yeah, I think we. Oh, that was the Macmillan thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think we've done all of them.
Yeah. I think they are caught up. Right.
There we go. I'll try and finish my row because I'm on pink.
Okay, let me catch up on chat then.
Oh, yeah.
Judy says, last year I spun up different breeds of fleece and knitted a sample sweater, but wouldn't demonstrate the texture on Facebook. Ooh.
Sorry, what was that again?
Judy knitted up as sample sweater in different breeds of fleece.
Ooh.
I'd love to see that as soon as we're able to get together somewhere. But that's amazing.
Or just explain to us which ones are. Huh? No.
Yeah, no, sorry, I was blowing fluff off the screen, but it didn't go. Sorry.
When you did that, I thought you went no. Okay. Or even just let us know what you like the best. That would be really good.
Brigitte says, "Well, Tracy, I admire your staying power with the temperature blanket." Alan says, "Swiss darning, as it can be used to add the details, and yellow is great." Helen says, "Thanks, and Clara on orange." I'm sure that's going to look lovely. Brigitte says that jacket is a steal at £100. But she also say they are embroidered on. Deborah says they are embroidered strips. The embroidered strips are braid that is stitched on.
Wow.
Tracy says most of the temperature blanket is from her stash. She made her own colours up. She did 4-degree blocks so that 0 to 6 is light blue, 7 to 10 is green, etc. Then birthdays in rainbow yarn, coronavirus in gold, brother's wedding day, earthquake in special colours so she can remember these days when she looks at it, hoping it will pass down for generations for years to come, and the story continues. And the story of it continues. Sometimes have a break and then do a few days at once. Yeah,
I'm just going to take a picture of that comment because
I think
you.
if I did one, I'd have to. I wouldn't get a row done each day. Tracy says yes. Most of the poppies are from last year. We just add to it bit by bit. The Union Jack is lots of squares knitted up by individual people and joined. They are mostly done by a few of us, and not the ones you met.
Oh.
And then Tracy says to Georgie, "Thank you so much for all the free pattern links you post. They are stunning." Judy says she took the labels off her sample stripes so she could wear the sweater, and now she can't remember which is which. Marion says, "Crumbs, busy morning, oven cleaner, holiday booking. Now Harrow Social Services all sorted out between 10 and 11. Wow, very busy morning." And we missed a comment from Marion earlier on. She's fingers crossed booked a holiday for 2022.
Fabulous. Let us guess. It's cruise, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
I would have thought. Let us know where you're going.
I think we've kind of just got to continue making plans.
Yeah.
And then deal with things as and when they happen.
Yeah. Sorry.
Say there. No, it's all right. It's all right. I was going to say something, then decided not to. So Brigitte says that, Tracy, that is an amazing sentiment. Jackie says, "Got to go see you tomorrow." Bye, Jackie.
Bye. Right. I would really, really, really like to finish this today, but I don't know if I'll have enough time to finish this today. But I really want to. I want to get onto something else. I want to get back onto the secret project. I will at some point. Although I still have 2 fronts to re-knit for the front of that cardigan because I didn't like it in the reverse stocking stitch. So I need to do the fronts again, which I can do at some point. I'm sure I can.
Marion says, "Yes, a cruise to Shetland, Faroe Islands, Tallinn and Riga are just the wall ports, and the rest are wonderful just the same."
And if you don't know, Marion knows where every port is for yarn around the world. So she goes, she knits, and she finds a lovely little bar somewhere for her husband to sit there while she goes in and buys her lovely wool. But it's great to see some of the items that she's bought around the world. They're just incredible, really, really lovely. But I think we all do that, don't we? We all try and buy wool whenever we're abroad. Can't always do it, but and sometimes you find it's the same as what we have in our local yarn shops anyway. But it's nice finding proper wool.
Tracy says, do you find you knit quicker when you're coming to the end?
Do you know what? I knit slower because I just get so impatient, and then I think I'll have another cup of tea. I'll just do this row, and then I'll go and do, and then I'll treat myself to a piece of cake or something, and then I don't go back to it. So as I'm coming to the end, unless I just put in a night shift where I start knitting about 9 o'clock at night and knit till about 3 in the morning, it takes forever. That's why I have all these little nearly finished things around the house.
On the subject of cake, you might want to close your ears for this one, but I discovered the advantage of being in a supermarket at closing time yesterday. So I bought really nice ham off the deli, dirt cheap. I've got tuna for Gary for tonight, dirt cheap. Still had 3 or 4 days on it for both the ham and the tuna. And then I walked past the bakery, and a cake, which I'll describe in a minute, that should have been £13 was £1.30. And that's because it was dated yesterday. So this big massive cake that said serves 12 came home with me last night. It's a 3-tier Madeira sponge that's got a lemon cream filling, and then on top of it it's got lemon icing with lemon meringue pieces drizzled with lemon curd, and oh my word, it was gorgeous.
So you had a lovely time, did you?
Suffice to say, half cake between two of us.
I was going to say, when it says like for 13 people, the tiny slivers, they're diet pieces, they're not proper pieces. Oh, so it was worth it, was it?
Oh, definitely. I hope Emma enjoys his tuna tonight as well. So, right, let's catch up on some chat. So, Brigitte says she started the edging for the blanket for Jonas. It's so slow. Oh.
It is the hardest thing to do to finish it, isn't it?
Yeah. Linda says, I really, really want to finish Brian's cardigan today. There's just the collar and sewing up to do now. Oh, well, good luck with it.
You've done so well. So well. And then it's down to you, isn't it? You can decide what you're going to make for you again.
Marion says, Poland was the worst. They only had acrylic yarn. Estonia, Latvia, Norway and Canada are the best so far. Very nice. And then Tracy says, Marcus misunderstood me when he was in Germany. I asked him to buy me some wool. He bought me back a piece of the Berlin Wall. But you have a piece of history forever, which can be passed down through generations as well. There's not many people that could say they've got that.
That's so funny. That's amazing, isn't it?
It
That's
is, yeah.
Amazing.
So my piece of history, do you remember the Tower of London poppy pit thing? Yeah, I've got one of those poppies.
Oh, fabulous.
So I don't know where it's going when I'm no longer here, but I have a piece of history. Tracy says, blimey, what a bargain. Personally, I don't think you should eat it if it's out of date. I'll be round to collect and dispose of it for you. Lots of laughter.
Very true. Very true.
Brigitte says it's her own pattern. It's her own fault as she decided on the pattern. Yeah, but that still doesn't make it any easier, though. I remember when I was doing this one, when I got to the end and thought, oh, just a border to go. It's so much work to do a border. Even though it's a really easy, simple one, it just takes so long. Anne says, Victoria, Australia have been on full lockdown since March 2020. Permits needed to go more than 3 miles from home. now getting ready to come out of lockdown. Phoned my mother last night for her birthday. She lives there, internal movement only. Yeah, I saw Nicole Kidman on Graham Norton on Friday, and she said that you had to have permits to travel, which I think is just an absolutely amazing idea. It would certainly stop the spread quite quickly, wouldn't it? If the permit was based on when you were last tested, it would ensure you have regular testing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Deborah says, at Brigitte, yes, I love my jacket. Louise says, I have a bag of stone from the outer Berlin Wall in my loft that we picked up in 1991. Need to label it for my children, or they'll wonder why I kept a bag of stone. And then Deborah says, Robert, how lovely you have a poppy. I missed out as I didn't realise they were for sale. They went very, very quickly.
Yeah, we did that. We didn't get one.
I was lucky to get two. So I have one. And did I get two? I'm sure I got two. I've got one, and I think my mum's got the other. I think.
But we do have a, it's, you know, the little Tommies. We have got, I'm sure that they were limited editions. They may have done them again, but we've got a little Tommy in the garden. But it's sort of just the outer edge. It's the silhouette. So not quite like the one that you've got though. Tracy says I have one, but my cat knocked it off the top of the cupboard and smashed it. Marcus has sort of glued it. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Which one was that? Was that Marmite? Or was that the beautiful blue one? So
yes. It must have been Marmite.
Can I just say, Marmite can be forgiven for anything. I have, honestly, that cat is huge. And as soon as you arrive, it's just like, hello, you really love me, don't you? But he is amazing. Absolutely amazing cat. I've only met him once or twice, but every time it's just like, oh yeah, is one of those cats that will go to absolutely anybody, I think. He's sitting listening to you at the moment. Hello, Marmite. Hello. Oh, bless. And hello to Tofi and Bex, although I know they can't hear me.
I can't hear you, no.
I know, they're not in there. Oh, bless. So, well, who knows? You never know. I could get this done today. I'm not opening a book on it, though, because you know me, it might not get finished until next year, knowing me. But we will see. So a little cardigan and a little shawl, I think, will be a nice little present.
I'm sure she'll love it.
Seeing as we still haven't been able to go and meet up and everything across borders with this blinking lockdown, so it's just so bizarre, isn't it? But never mind.
Like I've started some Christmas shopping today, and I'm getting stuff that's postable. Rather than big things, I'm getting postable stuff, just in case.
I know.
I can go to the post office at the beginning of December, and maybe I'll time it with a Gogglefrogs post, and then the woman can look at me and roll her eyes, and I'll say, "Look, bloody Christmas, go away."
Oh, bless.
Right. Well, we're nearly at 11 o'clock, and I think now would be a good time to. Oh, hang on. Marion says daughter and son-in-law still looking for a kitten and have been for weeks now. Tracy says the rescue centres have some. And Anne says not many kittens around at the moment. It's the wrong seasons, spring and summer and some of autumn. Brigitte says, go on.
Rehome a cute cat. Rehome one that's about 1 year old. Honestly, they're less trouble as well in the house. Little kittens are a nightmare. You have absolutely no curtains left or anything with the little kittens. So try and just get them to take a beautiful cat that needs a home, whose owners said, you know what, I don't want you anymore. Give it a lovely home.
And Brigitte says, in case I missed the end, thank you for a lovely morning. So
Lovely to see you.
I think that's probably a good place to pause and stop. So I'm back tomorrow. Are you back tomorrow?
I think so. I think so.
So folks, have a lovely day, whatever you're up to. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll both see you again tomorrow at 10.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.